Well, hello everybody and welcome back down into the dungeon. I was kind of thinking we'd do an update on the itty bitty chili garden today, but I got a bit of a surprise in the mail. A couple of days ago, like literally less than a week ago, I was contacted through email by Sansi. A few of you are probably already familiar with this name, asking me if I would take a look at and display one of their lights. It's a little 15 watt indoor garden light that they sent me, and you know, they offered me to, you know, if there's any of the other lights you want to check out along the way, so I asked them to send me a 40 watt as well, and they did. So today it turns out we are in fact going to be looking at a couple more indoor garden light options. Now there are lots of folks in the PLC and in the online gardening community who have already reviewed these lights, but being me, I thought, well, I'd take a crack at it anyway. I'm going to, well, I'll show you. Some of you are probably familiar with this setup that I've got here on top of what was the houseplant shelf. You'll notice I've got the little DWC up here now. I'm going to order 2 of these, but without the reflectors. It's like 16 bucks or whatever. But with just this part here, the LED will be free and it won't have any heat issues. Kind of surprising that it hasn't been an issue with this one yet, because generally overheating is what will kill your LED lights. But yeah, in the long term, I'm getting 2 of these without the reflector to clip up the LED lights in. And for now, I'm going to be putting them into these 2 reflectors. I might have to take that one actually off. Anyway, for now, I'm going to try and put them up here so that we can see how they do with these. These being the itty bitty DWC garden, which is doing really, really well. I was down here flicking aphids off earlier, but that's, you know, kind of par for the course in my basement garden, especially. But otherwise, I mean, look at this one. This is doing fantastic. That's a random pepper. I got no idea what it is, but this one here, I know what this is. This is one of the garden salsas, and this is one of the, I believe it's a Naga Viper, one of the ones that Punky sent me. You know, it's good. This one here, Caribbean Red Habanero. Caribbean Red Habanero. My tongue did not want to work with that one the first time around. And Batman Hell's Bells over here. So this little system does seem to be working. And on that note, the extra air hose and stones that I ordered have arrived. So now I'll be able to use this pump here that I was sent. And I'm kind of thinking about using this old fish food container to make kind of a big DWC garden, individual plant in the top there. I'm going to need to put some better tape on the top because it was really dusty and dirty and stuff. But anyway, that's a project for another day. Today I want to check out those 2 lights. Now, let's see. I believe this one is an 11 watt spotlight style light. And I believe this one is a 17 watt, but we'll find out for sure when I take them out and put those new ones in. So on that note, I guess we need to go down over there, open up that box, and find out what's inside. Well, just looking down into the box, I'm guessing that's the 15 and that's the 40. Let's open the 15 first here and find out what we've got as far as overall size. That's one thing I did not check, was the overall size. One thing I find kind of interesting about this light is that it's apparently in a ceramic case as compared to aluminum. It feels pretty solid. I'm impressed. But really, it's not about how this puppy feels or looks. It's about how it works. Now, what do we have here? Forbidden to be used in enclosed luminaries. Do not put this in your carriage light outside your door. Yes. A lot of interesting little lights inside there. Lots of ventilation. Looks like that center one is purely for ventilation. I must admit, I'm kind of excited about this. Let's go and put it in the spotlight fixture. Replace that one. Now, I do like the fact that I can just crank this off. This has been on since 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm still not exactly burning my hand on that puppy. Let's see here. Luminous, blah, blah, blah. LED 11 watts. Yes, this is an 11 watt bulb. So I guess in theory this will be using 4 more watts. But it looks a little bit smaller. Still kind of a tight fit for there. So I should probably take the reflector off. Turns out it's a good thing I did too. That little reflector had a whole lot of cat hair in it. Anyway, ooh, turn that on. And that is fairly bright. Now we've got my little solar powered swinging bear here. Let's turn off the other one. The only light that bear is getting is from the new grow light. Well, let's be sure. I'll unscrew this one that's just above my head here. Yeah. Now that is purely from that little grow light. It's the 15 watt one. And it's a big test to me. I mean, as silly as it sounds, a par meter will cost you a whole lot of money, right? But if you get one of these little dollar store swinging toys, if this sucker don't swing in your light, it's probably not going to be enough to grow your plants. Now, just because it is swinging doesn't necessarily mean that it is enough, but that's not a bad sign, you know what I'm saying? So, alright, we've got the 15 watter here. We've got a random pepper plant and one of the flaming caddies. I should probably have this a little bit closer, but this is kind of the distance that I'm stuck with, so that is what I'm doing. Now we compare the two spectrums. It looks like this 17 watter is kind of a bluer quality of light. Again, we'll put the bear up here. Stop him just to be safe. So this light is already providing enough to swing the little bear along, but I'm really curious to see what that 40 watt Sansi light can do for this mini DWC garden. So I'm gonna take the reflector off of this while the furnace kicks in, and we'll see how it does. So opening up the 40 watt one, again we can see this is really well packaged, and there's really not a lot of wasted space in there. Holy crow, look at all them LEDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little packets in there. Oh, and this has got some weight to it too. It's not that much heavier than the other bulb though. It is significantly larger. Again, it looks very well built. I can feel the plastic on the outside. This back is supposed to be ceramic, but I don't know, it feels plastic to me. Perhaps it's the internals that are the ceramic bit, but that is an impressive looking bit of kit. Let's see how it lights up. Alright, so here we are back at the once houseplant shelf. For comparison, here is our 15 watt from Sansi. Very nice little light. So far I'm pretty impressed with it. And even off to the side, it's got the little bear just swinging away. And here is the 40 watt. Ka-chow! So yeah, that is significantly brighter than the 17 watt standard household LED that I had in there. But that said, this bulb has served me very, very well. I have no objections to that at all. But I am very curious to see what's going to happen for me here with this 40 watt. Now these are considered to be a full spectrum light. To me it looks, I don't know, looks a little more yellowy than the lights that were up here before, so I'm going to say it's not up at the 5,000 range. Maybe cruising around the 4,000 range. It's hard to tell. I don't really have any of those more standard spectrum lights down here to compare it to. But using the swinging bear as a guide here, he is just rocking it out now. So that's good. I think this light's going to do really well here. And I am very much looking forward to getting 2 new fixtures so I can finally replace that thing over there. Not that it's not working, I just, look how weird it looks in the camera, you know? Makes my fish look weird. I'm just not happy about that. Interestingly enough, well, like to my naked eye, this all appears pretty bright. On the camera, it kind of looks like my edges are missing out a little bit. Here we can try and turn it, focus it. That's the joy of those clip-on lamps. They're so maneuverable. Alright, so 40 on the right, the 15 on the left, which does look pretty dim now, but sure didn't 10 seconds ago. Gonna be really interesting to see how these do. Just while we're up here though, let's take a closer look at the DWC, some of the varieties we've got in here. Already touched on the Batman's Hell's Bells. This is the Santa Fe Grande pepper, should be interesting. And I've got a Kang Star Lemon Starburst here. And this one here is the Caribbean Red Habanero. Very excited about that one. This is turned away from me so I can't see it at the moment. Oh, Yellow Dorset Naga. It's going to be the year of the Naga. I think I got a chocolate Naga brain somewhere too. Find out what this is. I think this is one of the randoms. Don't know what that one is. I'm going to switch out these random peppers. Oh yeah, CNB. I believe that is the chocolate Naga brain right there. So that I do know what's growing in this cute little system here. I think this is, yeah, this is one of the two Naga Vipers. I've got two of those in here, so one is going to have to go. I'll flatten that up in a second with my hand. Then I got the Kale. Now, the Kale has just recently changed lights, as you can tell, so I'm going to leave it in here for a little while longer, but I was going to switch it out because the Kale that was underneath, or the Kales, plural, that are underneath, I'll show you. These ones down here in the itty bitty double cups are growing quite rapidly compared to the one up in the DWC. I don't know if that's light quality or just a happier place in general, but I'm inclined to think a lot of the problems in my basement garden are that of light intensity and spectrum. More intensity than spectrum though. So hopefully, scanning back up here, oh my poor little pitcher plant, hopefully we're going to see some rapid improvement in this kale plant. See back here, this is Garden Salsa. That's doing very nice in the DWC. What we got here? Turn here so I can see ya. Come on. Come on. That is unlabeled. That appears to be an unknown pepper. Not cool. I know this is an unknown pepper, and yeah, this is the other Naga Viper. So there are a few in here that I'm going to pull out and replace as I get things growing. I know there's some lemon habaneros back down here, so I'll be able to put at least one of those in there. And then I've already got a Kang Starburst lemon yellow, so I've got Hungarian yellow wax peppers. I could put one of those in there. Let's see, Yellow Dorset Naga, Garden Salsa. There are a few other varieties, so I'll find enough that it's only one of each in there, and we'll see how it grows. But I'm really excited for that as my indoor garden adventure this year. And I've been talking about it with Shocks. I think I am going to try and get my hands on one of those grow tents, mylar tents, whatever they call them. Ooh, little bears. Stop swinging there for a minute. Seems a little confused. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And he was just rocking it out a second ago. Maybe he's not quite balanced there. Come back down here. Huh, guessing it's a balance issue. Alright. Anyway, so there's the mini DWC and the two new grow lights from Sansi that I'm very excited to, well, kind of test, see how they do. So, yes, as always, I'm very much open to feedback on how I can improve this situation. Can't decide whether or not I should run some sort of tinfoil or whatever in between them to keep the two lights separated, do a side-by-side test or what. But right now, this is the strongest individual light that I've got, so I don't have much to compare it to other than just how things have done in general. So it will be very curious to see how that does. And if you folks from Sansi are watching, hey, thanks for the lights. I appreciate the opportunity to give them a grow. Okay, So I guess that's kind of a wrap for today. There'll be more updates on those lights as we go along. But there's not a whole lot more to show at the moment. I will probably make a quick video when I turn that fish food container into a DWC tote. And I am totally sold on that. Watched a whole bunch of videos lately about the crack key, non-recirculating, blah, blah, blah method. And I've seen a few places where maybe mine have gone wrong, but at the same time, you know what? It's really not expensive to get a little air pump, some stones and stuff. And if that can make this much of a difference in such a short time with these pepper plants that have always struggled for me, then that's what I'm going to go with, because frankly, I want to win this year. I am due a garden win, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, stick around as the 2019 season evolves and we'll see just kind of what all comes of it. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you in the comments below. Have a fantastic day, everybody.